Ugh. Freed, the little twerp. Yo, what up, everyone? It's your boy Debo with Debo's Picks. Before I get into yesterday's picks, I want to give you guys a brief run through of my fantasy career. Starting off with FanDuel, I've been dealing with FanDuel for about 11 years now. I've been quite successful at it. I primarily deal with the NBA and NFL, not so much the MLB, because it's so hit or miss, no pun intended. I dove into Prizepicks about 7 months ago, primarily because time is scarce. I have two kids now. It's a lot more time consuming to put an entire lineup together on FanDuel than it is to do a 2, 3, 4, or 5 player deal on Prizepicks. It's just so much easier, and I've been profitable up to this point. I've been pushed by friends and family to put out videos to help others win, which is why I've been doing this for about a month now. And I came out swinging for the fences in the first 2 weeks, and I went 18-4. But it's been up and down since then, up until this point. And I appreciate you guys sticking with me. I do run a lot of data like the other guys do that post their videos. I just do not care to share all the details. I give you guys a brief run through as to why I'm picking them and offer you my picks because that's what we're here for. But anyway, that's all I wanted to let you guys know so you know a little more about myself. Obviously, I'm a big New York fan, as you guys already know, with the Knicks thing behind me and the Mets hats that I wear. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I hope everybody's well. Now let's get into yesterday's picks. Ugh, starting off with Max Fried. Ugh, absolutely terrible. I actually tuned into that game for a little bit. I was flipping back and forth between the Mets game and that game during commercial breaks, and he just didn't have it at all. He couldn't find his spots. His fastball looked flat as hell. And, the first couple of innings, I was like, okay, no strikeouts, but at least got shutout ball. Maybe the strikeouts will come. And if you guys are wondering, man, why do you pick Fried? Why so high on Fried? He's not a big strikeout pitcher, and the Colorado Rockies don't strike out a lot against lefties. Well, I'll tell you why. He faced Colorado Rockies earlier in the year in Colorado. He went 8 strong innings, 0 runs, 4 strikeouts. That was more than enough to get over his fantasy score. And I figured, hell, he's back at home. It's not as hitter friendly as it is in Colorado, and Colorado is pretty much the opposite away as they are at home regarding offense. So I figured it's a drop in the bucket. Unfortunately, that did not happen. He was one of my heavy picks as I had him included in every single play I gave out. Starting off with a 2 player deal with Gossman, who did his thing. He went over his fantasy score easily. He dominated with 8 strikeouts, I believe. And of course, linked him up with Max Fried, the little twerp. And he didn't show up at all. He looked like a kid in school getting his lunch taken away by bullies. That's the way it looked like yesterday. And then we had a 3 player deal. And my boy Framber Valdez did his thing. He went over his fantasy score. That dude is a beast, man. What an animal. He went so deep into the game, old school, man. Love it, love it, love it. I had him in a 3 player deal, and Fried screwed that shit up. And that's just the way it went. Didn't win a damn thing. Shane McClanahan, he was a late scratch, so that didn't even matter what he did. And of course, we had Jesus Luzardo. He didn't do anything either. But regardless, our major plays was Frammer, Valdez, Max Fried, and Gossman, and 2 out of the 3 hit. Damn, it just really sucks. But those things happen, and we got to move on. So let's look into today's picks, guys. Starting off with Paul Goldschmidt. I don't do hitter fantasy stuff or hitter total bases or whatnot, but I could not pass up this play. Paul Goldschmidt, take his 1.5 total bases over. He is, I believe, 8 for 14 against Mike Minor, and he had a disastrous game yesterday in Paul Goldschmidt. I expect him to just level this guy, at least get a couple of singles or a double. I'm expecting him to swing for the fences today. So I love him over on a 3 player deal that I have down below. And I also like Drew Rasmussen. We're going to stick with Rasmussen because I just like saying it. We're going to take his strikeout prop of 5.5 to hit the over against Miami Marlins at home in Tampa. And then I'm going back to the Braves and Kyle Wright and his fantasy score going over 37.5. And those are my 3 player pick for the day. And I have a 2 player deal, which consists of Kyle Wright going over his fantasy score of 37.5 and Drew Rasmussen over his strikeout prop of 5.5. And then I have a 5-player deal that I'm putting together, and it consists of Paul Goldschmidt over his total bases, Drew Rasmussen over his strikeout prop of 5.5, Kyle Wright over 37.5 fantasy points. I got Peralta from the Milwaukee Brewers going over 6 strikeouts, and I got Joe Musgrove going over his strikeout prop of 5. So that's my 5-player flex. And I have another 2-player deal that I really like. Excuse me, it's actually a 3-player deal. And it's Minor going under his strikeout prop of 4.5, going against St. Louis. I don't see him getting deep into this game at all. I see him getting smacked around early and often. And I got him linked up, of course, with Kyle Wright going over his fantasy score and Drew Rasmussen going over his strikeout prop of 5.5. So those are my picks for today. Best of luck, everyone. Let's freaking bound. We really need a rebound today, guys. All right, so let's get it done. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.